Hello and welcome to Vodacom Mandeville. It is the big day in wheelchair basketball in South Africa. The final, it is the Lions against the Eagles. If you're just joining us, you've missed a fantastic bronze medal match, and it finished in a 65-40 win for the Buffalo City Suns against the Pretoria Wolverines. But we're going to look ahead to the main game now, and earlier today I spoke to the two coaches. Aneli Kledi, coach of the Eagles, how are you feeling ahead of the final?
Bit nervous, but the day have come whereby we need to show all our capabilities, what we're capable of. Now that is the day, must go all out and play basketball.
Now the team you're playing against has won 3 in a row. They want to make it 4. You want to do what the England team did to the All Blacks today and stop them in their tracks.
They must be ready for an upset. They are going to be very go-home upset today because of, I believe, we are ready for the game as well as they are ready for the game, but it must go one side. Yeah.
What have you got up your sleeve? Anything that you haven't done during regular play?
I didn't hear your question.
What have you got, a special tactic that you're going to tell us about?
You know what, for them, because we know each other, national team and at club level, there's no specific you know what, it's just only basketball. Enjoying the game of basketball, and the best is going to win today.
It's interesting dynamic in that you're the coach of the national side and the assistant coach is up against you today.
Yeah, that's also a big concern to me because I know we both know how to prep the players and we do mostly the same game plan, so it's going to be interesting.
What special tactics have you got lined up today?
I just told the guys, you practice, you do what we practiced, we know the moves. If it doesn't work, you pass the ball, get it to the right man and he will just finish.
And it's just wonderful, isn't it, to play in an atmosphere like this?
Yeah, it's more people than that was here last year, so I'm very pleased. We brought like 3 taxis of people up from Northwest, so the supporters are here and we just hope we don't disappoint them.
Good luck today.
Thank you.
So there we are, the two coaches putting this game into perspective. There is nothing after this other than the big game itself.
The big game, it's the DieselElectricServices Eagles up against the Kirloskar Lions. Both teams on form as we got to the end of the semis. And it's time here, the team lineups, and they will come to you from center court. And of course, that's courtesy of WBSA. And here are the team lineups for this final about to be played here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final of the 2019 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series. First and foremost, I'd like to make a big hearty welcome to some special guests. Mr. Paulo Madeira from FIBA, the zonal president. We've got Mr. Will Weller, CEO of the WBSA, and we've got Mr. Trooper Johnson, the coach of the USA, in attendance today. And of course, a very big welcome and a very big thank you to the sponsors of the 2 sides that are out here today, Kirloskar and of course the DieselElectricServices. Of course, Supersport, we need to thank you once again. 23rd year of the sponsorship of the Supersport Wheelchair Basketball. Thank you very, very much. All right, introducing the Kirloskar Lions. Number 4, Daniel Impaki. Number 5, Shadrach Lelalatse. Number 6, Jetobogo Lelalatse. Number 7, Sandile Zonke. Number 8, Jerry Matsatsana. Number 9, Valapi Dlamini. Number 10, Ilyas Langaman. Number 11, Rachatseng Molete. Number 12, Shane Williams. Number 13, Busi Mabaso. Number 14, the captain, Cecil Dumont. And number 15, Samanga Mbele. Your coach for the Lions, Lydia Dumont, assisted by Fenyo Nsebe, and the team manager is Marius Kudding. Introducing your home team, Diesel Electric Services Eagles. Number 4, Marcus Retief. Number 5, Fred Kanyapo. Number 7, Luanda Mamfengo. Number 8, Daniel Nuke. Number 9, the real number 9, Jack Kohotse. Number 10, Kele Nkona. Number 12, Luanda Tualana. Number 13, Mfo Mohono. Number 14, Christian Bronkhorst. And last but not least, Mkiwe Tambo. Your coach for the Diesel Electric Services Eagles is Anele Clery, and your team manager, Leon Flasher. Your match officials for the final, we have referee Charles Foster, umpire Zofila Mtembo, and Mr. Charles Minetti, your commissioner for the game, Mr. Andrew Skumo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, could I please ask that those that can stand be upstanding for the South African national anthem.
Ileleli Afrika, maluphakanisu ondolayo, izwayimithandazo yethu, Nkosi, sikelela thina, lusapho lwayo, lulelabuluka sitshaba sa Yesu. Felice victoire matswenge usibuluke sitshaba sa Yesu sitshaba sa South Africa
Fantastic rendition then of the national anthem. And just a reminder, your match officials, it's Charles Foster in the middle, Zopili Mtembu and Charles Manetti. Big job on their hands today, but loads of experience. It's a huge final. Kevin Smith is going to take us very, very briefly through the team sheets. You've met the players, and here they are.
Let's look at the DieselElectric Services Eagles. The leader of their pack today is Daniel Nyuke, the Zimbabwe national player. He has 80 caps for his country, but a tall player, and he really actually leads the team well. Tandeli Zonke, the Kirloskar Lions, amazing player, man with a wealth of experience. He's been part of the national squad. Has 132 caps, including the 2012 London Paralympics. Kirloskar Lions actually boast 530 national caps in their team. On screen is Elias Langeman, also a man with over 100 caps. He's for the Kirloskar Lions. Actually has 124 caps, does Elias Langeman. There's the starting five for the DieselElectric Services. Anele Clery, the coach of the DieselElectric Services, talking seriously. That's Freddie Ganyapu, also a Zimbabwe player. He has 70 caps for his national side. Lydia Dumont is the coach, and Tandile Zonke, the man I spoke about, he'll be on the starting 5 for the Lions, as well as Cecil Dumont, who's the captain. Lydia Dumont, the coach of the Lions, also the national coach for South Africa.
So we saw a fantastic bronze playoff, and that was won by the Buffalo City Suns. It's a big one here today, Kevin, for this 2019 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series. On paper, probably evens, maybe a slight edge based on the season for the Lions. Your thoughts?
Yeah, Andy, I think, as you say, on paper, I think the Lions should take it, but it really depends on what the DieselElectricServices Eagles game is brought onto the court today, because they can be devastating on their day.
Well, the drummers are here, the colours are here. Beautiful colours that they've donned. Lots of focus on the players.
That's Rakateng Moleti for the Kirloskar Lions.
And he'll certainly be one of the pivotal players. Great long shot. Here's the tall man, the Zimbabwean, number 8. That, of course, was Daniel Nyuke.
Shane Williams, he normally plays for the Cape side, but he's been drafted into the Lions for this series.
And what a good season he's had.
Daniel Mpaki there, you see, with his number 4 for the Kirloskar Lions, also a man with a huge amount of experience.
A thundering noise here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. A huge crowd. Both teams knowing that it's do or die. Samange Mbele, what a season, what a player. I beg your pardon. That is Jack Mkhotsi for the Eagles.
Jack Mkhotsi, yeah.
But the same thing applies. What a season. And that is Daniel Nyuke.
Paul Mohono is just front of the screen now. He's been the most valuable player in the series as well. There's your Samanga Mbele.
So the 2019 Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series about to tip off. And tip off it has. Immediate possession to the Eagles. They're in the white, playing left to right.
This is KB in corner. First shot up by Marcus Retief, hitting the bottom of the ring. Not good enough. Tandile Zonke. Amazing chair control from this man.
Some good inter-skills there.
Both start from both sides, I think, Andy.
Yeah, he's going to be very tentative. This is Jack Mkhotsi playing at number 9 for the Eagles. And Mkhotsi meeting a very strong defense in the form of Samanga Mbele. Mbele has set the Lions on the attack. Tandile Zonke. And he's back to the basket. Pushes it back to the top of the key. Samanga Mbele. Daniel Nyuke, left-hand side of the court. He's being watched very carefully, though, by the likes of Tandile Zonke. Being forced out to the tram lines. Marcus Retief.
Setting the screen. A good pass to Daniel Nyuke. Just overshooting. Nyuke complaining that he was fouled, but nothing called.
Tandile Zonke is being met by Nyuke. Moleti pushing it back again and to the top of the key. Is there an opportunity? Cecil Dumont.
Yeah, he had the last touch, so it's possession to the DieselElectricServices Eagles. And their defense, the Eagles, is very, very solid. Has been all season. There's no changing it now.
Well, the Eagles are certainly renowned for their defense. They can change that pattern from a zone defense to a man-to-man. KB in corner, here's the playmaker. Ball has been intercepted though, very good steal And surely this will be the opening basket. It is indeed.
Yeah, Rakuten Moletti doing the business. Was an open space, received the pass.
Moletti was never going to miss that. A very effective steal for the Lions, and they've opened their account. KB in corner, playing at number 10. He's the playmaker for the Eagles.
Yeah, foul has been committed. It's like by the Lions on Daniel Nuki, but no shots.
There is an opportunity. It's an awkward shot, but Daniel Nuki didn't make it look that awkward. Used his height well. This is Mazantsana.
It's like Cecil Dumont sitting on Daniel Nuki. Cecil Dumont was the one who picked up the first foul for the Lions.
Mazantsana used his height to really good effect. KB in corner. Pops it off. This is Mazantsana in possession. Wow. Take that, sports lovers.
Yeah, Jack McCarthy trying to put the shot up, was checked, but he picked it up again and just finished it off.
And it was also calm. Jack McCarthy, a vastly improved player for the Eagles, and that looks like it could be simply a tumble. There are no foul calls.
Yeah, Daniel Nuki didn't even touch him. Ball moving nicely for the Eagles. That's KB in corner. The Eagles going back on a zone defense. I think they recognize that the Lions really have the speed.
So it was a case of using the height well. This is Tandile Zonke, trademark shot. Good rebound picked up by Cecil Dumont.
Yeah, what's going to happen? Daniel Nuki, I think, picking up that foul on Samanga Mbele. He'll have 2 shots. First foul called on Daniel Nuki.
First free shots of the game. And in this kind of game, these are very, very important. Samanga Mbele. Good quick pass through to Jack Machotsi from Marcus Retief. Machotsi back to Retief. Retief and Machotsi teaming up well.
Nuki putting the shot up. Foul from the Lions side. This time Tandile Zonke.
This is going to be a seriously tight first quarter. Daniel Nuki doing the business.
Yeah, using his height very, very well, getting into position quickly. It's Mazantsana for the Kirloskar Lions.
Kirloskar Lions just looking to try and set the play. Managed to hold on to the possession. Dumont, top of the key. Guess who's there? Mbele.
He had to put the shot up. Seconds were ticking away. This is Mapotsi for the DieselElectricServices Eagles.
Eagles are spreading the game really well. Machotsi is in control. Unfortunately though, ball just coming off the side of his chair.
Yeah, Tandile Zonke, he thinks it's their ball.
But he needs to just keep control, does Tandile Zonke. He is the player for the big occasion, but has been known over the years to lose it, and once he loses it, He's a liability. Machotsi, top of the key, being chased. And Jack Machotsi looking for the shot. Good rebound taken. Samanga Mbele to the speedster Tandile Zonke. He's being forced out wide by the tall man, Daniel Nyuke.
Yeah, he got a hand to it, but Mazantsana tidying up for the Lions.
Good movement on the ball for the Lions, but it all comes to naught. KB in corner, opportunity for a layup.
Yeah, called an unsportsmanlike foul, probably on Rocket Singh Moletti.
KB in corner did really well there, Kevin, as we see, just didn't allow himself to get intimidated. He knew it was coming.
Yeah, he took his line for the basket, and it was actually Mazantsana who committed the foul. So 2 shots and possession from the side for the DieselElectricServices Eagles.
So KB in corner. We just need to regroup, use that as the exciter. Can he do it on the second? Answers yes, he can. Fantastic crowd here for this 2019 final. Look at that for a 3-point attempt, not far away. And that is what the Eagles are probably going to employ from time to time, just trying to build that score against a very, very tough opposition.
Yeah, Machotsi is very good at the 3-pointer, but that basket will probably count.
And a free shot to come.
Yeah, it has. It's been allocated. Rocket Singh Moletti take one further shot.
One of the star players in the star-studded lineup for the Kirloskar Lions.
Some tumble committed the foul.
Daniel Nyuke just getting the ball over the line, using the clock well. And suddenly the key looked like it was about to open up for him. He's taken the shot.
Machotsi picking up the rebound, but just not able to hang on to it, so giving possession to the Lions.
Moletti trying to set the play. Marcus Retief too busy watching Tandile Zonke, and Eagles are very fortunate. KB in corner has been taken out.
Yeah, and another unsportsmanlike foul, this time by Samanga Mbele. KB in corner. Man who is fouled, he's got to take the shots. Possession from the side for the Eagles.
He's taken 2 really tough falls. Has KB in corner, and there you just see him flicking his wrist. Fingers probably got caught up on that last fall. It was tough, but an opportunity to go 2 ahead. A further 2, well, that's one of them. Coach on the side, looking very, very pensive. Second of 2 free shots from KB in corner.
Not so accurate with this one. They still have the attack, do the Eagles.
Tandile Zonke just looking to be getting a little involved, and he needs not with the match officials. Marcus Retief, flat shot. No change to the scoreline.
Tandile Zonke, I think he's going to get himself into a bit of a flap. I hope he doesn't, because he's a fantastic player on his day. So just pushing away, I don't know why it wouldn't have been called a foul.
Yeah, that surely was a foul. Zonke perhaps very lucky.
The Lions are actually on collective fouls, so I'm sure it'll be shots. Yeah, 5 fouls for this quarter from the Lions. Shane Williams has come on the court.
So that's probably a very good sign for the Eagles, Kevin. They've clearly rattled the Lions. The Lions accumulating those fouls. It's very uncharacteristic of them. But here's KB in corner, looking for 2 more free shots.
Yeah, the Eagles maybe have done their homework and they've rattled DieselElectricServices.
Picking up his own rebound, KB in corner, having missed the 2 free shots. Here he comes. Pushes it back to Marcus Retief at the top of the key. Retief sees Daniel Nyoki just lurking on the right-hand side. He's going to have to put the shot up. Somebody is quickly, because that clock ticking. Well scored there by Jack Mkhotsi.
Yeah, who else but Jack Mkhotsi? Just a discussion happening at the table. I reckon that basket's not allowed because the time had elapsed.
Well, very unfortunate, because it had been well worked. The noise is deafening. I certainly didn't hear the buzzer. Tandile Zonke, long pass to Shane Williams. Williams with the long shot, and look at that.
Yeah, that's why Shane Williams is in the national side. A very, very strong player.
Absolute class from Shane Williams. Nyoke. Daniel Nyoke doing very well.
Yeah, kept his cool.
Strong defense from KB in corner, but the Lions players just managing to get through him. It's not often you see Tandile Zonke miss out on those kind of shots. But here come the Eagles, KB in corner. Just trying to slow the play a little. Long pass over. Mkhotsi. And Daniel Nyoke.
Yeah, foul committed by the Lions. There'll be 2 free shots because of the collective foul situation. Guilty man there being Shane Williams.
The Lions are going to have to be very careful. There's 2 minutes left in this first quarter, and every time they foul, there's free shots that are going to be coming up. Not a particularly good one, though, from Daniel Nyoke.
Yeah, doesn't waste his time with his shots, but that was a
no height, no direction. Yeah,
big overshoot.
Just needs to flick it off the wrist, give it some air.
Daniel Nyoke just putting a wheel over the line, so they wouldn't have counted anyway. Lions putting the ball in from the side.
Wasted opportunity there from Daniel Nyoke. Kevin should be using his height well on those free shots, taking the 2 points every time. But here are the Lions.
Spazanzana for the Kirloskar Lions to Tandile Zonke.
Zonke, solid pass. It just didn't find its destination. Mkhotsi able to clear up, get himself over the line. There could be an overlap here if the Eagles played smartly. Maybe in corner did the right thing, he broke away as a bit of a decoy. Unfortunately, though, the basket didn't happen. Look at that from Marcus Retief, the old warhorse.
Yeah, worked by KB in corner, hitting the ball out of Tandile Zonke's hands into Marcus Retief's lap, and he finished off.
Retief using his experience well. The Lions looking to try and counter this tremendous defense from the Eagles. Good steal from Cecil Dumont.
Cecil Dumont, the captain. Jack Mkhotsi probably picking up that foul.
Yeah, just a little vigorous there.
Eagles only on 3 fouls this quarter so far.
And it's unusual for the Eagles because normally they seem to get themselves tangled up in silly fouls. Stays possession of the Eagles. Retief from the back line to the playmaker, KB in corner.
man's got a real turn of speed when he wants to as well.
Shane Williams in defence.
Lions are really picking up fouls, another one on their side.
But Kevin, it is absolutely vital that the Eagles capitalise on these free shots, because they've only got another minute to bask in this glory of drawing those fouls and then getting the shots automatically, and they've just missed far too many.
Yeah, they certainly have. Well, Cecil Dumont picking up that foul for the Kirloskar Lions.
Second attempt. Well, that's how you do it. And gave the cameraman plenty of time to watch it drop.
Yeah, he did.
Into the last minute of the first quarter. Look at this very strong defence from the Eagles.
Yeah,
Lions having to work the ball. Tandile Zonke.
Yeah, that was always going to be a foul from Rakateng Moleti. Jack, of course, he's much taller than him.
The physicality of the Lions is something we haven't really seen in the opening rounds or the quarters of the semis. They're playing a very vim and vigorous game at the moment, and it's causing a lot of problems in terms of fouls, and that's what's happening. Jack Machotsi takes another one. It's a useful lead for the Eagles as we drift towards the end of the first quarter in the final of the Super Series for 2019. Machotsi right on song.
Yeah, he's got his iron, and that's good news for the Eagles. It's Shane Williams for the Kirloskar Lions.
The Lions are still very much in this game. A lot can happen. They just need to come out in the second and change their pattern of play. But at the moment, it's all about the Eagles. They are the ones with the game plan.
Yeah, their plan is definitely working. Just unfortunately that they couldn't hold that ball in. The Lions put in from the back.
The Lions desperately looking for a change on the score sheet before the end of the first quarter. They've got 20 seconds to do it and counting. Long shot goes up. That would have been a three-pointer. Too soon to panic.
Sana trying to get that all that ball in was just too late.
Here's Marcus Retief. Eagles are just going to be content now to use the clock up. Maybe in corner. Seconds and counting in corner. Puts up the long one. Not far away. There is the hooter that brings to an end a very robust first quarter. Very, very physical from the Lions. Good coordinated basketball so far from the Eagles. The Eagles will try and stay focused, and here's confirmation of the score at the end of that first quarter. It is the Eagles who lead 17 points to 8 over the Lions. A quick look back. It was the Lions who came out blazing. Quick response from Nyoke. Some fabulous baskets by that man, Jack Machotsi. KB in corner. He's in the thick of things as the playmaker. And again, Tandile Zonke making a difference for the Lions. And it's good to see that Nyoke is finally using his height to his full advantage. So a quarter that largely belonged to the Eagles. And it's they who lead by 9.
Let's look at the stats at the end of this first quarter. 43% shooting average. The 2-pointers from the Eagles. 22% from the Lions. That's a sad state for them. And turnovers for the Lions, 6. That's really unusual for them. The Eagles, Daniel Nyoke, well, he's been all over the court for the Eagles. And Rakateng Moleti, the little speedster for the Lions. AB assisted by Madan Sana and Dumont.
Very festive here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. Great crowd out for this final. Second quarter about to get underway. It is the Eagles. Remember, they're in the white, left to right. And the Eagles a little more relaxed. They've got a fairly healthy lead. It's early days, but they're not afraid to shoot right now. This man, Jack Machotsi, not sure how he did that, Kevin. A fantastic pivot.
Yeah, just pivoted and put it up and hope for the best. I think that it worked.
Rakot Singh Moletti is being watched by corner. Shane Williams, it's just not dropping at the moment for the Lions. And Daniel Nyoke not panicking. Kevin Corner did well there. Get himself in a position. He's taken a bit of a bump on the bonds, as they say.
Yeah, I think he got more of a smack in the face, yeah. But it's lucky he had the presence of mind just to keep on.
Machotsi trying to fight his way through, but it came off the side. Machotsi will have another attempt. Bingo! It's all going the way of the Eagles.
Yeah, Machotsi's really the money man for the Eagles at the moment.
Moletti fouled.
By Jack Machotsi.
So Rakot Singh Moletti, he knows just how important it is now to start capitalizing on free throws, because they are trailing by a significant margin. He makes good on the first. Coach looking quite bemused on the sideline. Misses out on the second, Moletti. Machotsi over the line for the Eagles. Seeing Marcus Retief very, very flat. And Daniel Nyoke.
Yeah, he's a bit far under the basket. He should pass it out.
He should. But it somehow stayed the possession of the Eagles, and they get to start the whole maneuver all over again. This time it is Retief. And look at that defense from Tandile Zonke and Marcus Retief.
Yeah, that was always going to be a loser. Time's elapsed anyway.
Well, they saw the humor in that as well. That was nice to see.
It's like Tandile Zonke's cracked a finger or something.
Marcus Retief, the low pointer, unable to stop possession going to the men in blue and white. And of course, they are the current champions, and I'm talking about the Lions, and there's Cecil Dumont.
Yeah, possession staying with the Eagles. So Mazantana taking a tumble, being helped up by Marcus Retief.
There was a rush shot from Cecil Dumont.
And Machotsi, it was a loose ball, so Machotsi had every right to go for it.
He certainly did.
Everybody pointing in every which way.
And that's good to see that everybody wants possession.
Yeah,
Everybody is making their demands on the match officials, and the officials really need to have eyes in the back of their head for this particular encounter. Moletti looked like he was setting himself up for the shot. Shane Williams is being watched by Machotsi. Williams has got some space. Chooses to push it into Tandile Zonke.
Yeah, Zonke foul. Tumble for the Eagles.
Opportunity now for the Lions. But look at this defense from the DieselElectricServices Eagles. They've come out and they are playing the game of their lives. That was almost telegraphed. Cecil Dumont virtually holding it up. And an opportunity for a steal.
Yeah, they've got 2 seconds to do something with it, the Lions.
Tandile Zonke really had no time.
Yeah, but he was fouled, so he'll have 2 free shots. By KB corner, it looks like.
Tandile Zonke is still wringing his fingers from that little earlier encounter with Marcus Retief. And the one guy you don't want to try and steal the ball from is Marcus Retief. Zonke unable to make anything from the first or the second. Very unusual.
Yuki tidying up there underneath the basket, using his height well.
And just off the ball, then we saw Marcus Retief coming back to create a space for KB in corner.
Tumble for the DieselElectricServices Eagles are going over.
Now you don't need a slow-mo replay. That was actually in slow-mo.
Poletti and Kevin corner. No, he's hurt himself.
21-9. The Eagles in the ascendancy. Not much has happened in the last minute or so in terms of the scoring. So both teams resorting to very strong defense. You can hear the crowd screaming defense, defense, Eagles, Eagles, defense. There is a big defense. Daniel Nyoke doing very well. What an excellent steal.
Yeah, again using his height very well. The Eagles need to get it over the halfway line.
Nyoke did well to see KB in corner.
It's what the Eagles do well. They get themselves into space to receive the ball. They need to give it away.
Jack Mokotsi, probably his first mistake of the game.
Very clever move there by Tandile Zonke, getting the foul pulled. So just turning across. I don't know why they called that an unsportsmanlike foul, but a timeout has been called by the DieselElectricServices Eagles.
Yeah, time to consolidate. Let's try and listen in on the coach.
100% sure everybody get the ball. Don't hold the ball so far. Trust your teammates. Now, don't drop it. Don't drop it. Relax. Relax. Now, when you get into the key, you're not moving the ball. And you're staying far away from the key. You have got height. Get into the key. Get the ball and pop basket. Once you start staying away from the key, you're no longer a threat. Be a threat inside the paint. Control, guys.
There is the trophy for the Supersport Wheelchair Basketball Series. That's what these sides are playing for. And at the moment, it is in fact the Lions who are the current champions, as we see Tandile Zonke take the first of 2 free shots. And Zonke needed those to settle him down. They've cut the margin down to 10. Still a lot of work to do.
The Lions have to put in from the side because of the unsportsmanlike foul.
And a chance to really capitalize, Kevin. If they can take another 2 here, that would have been a good net profit. Tandile Zonke, top of the key, and that's going to be 2 points.
It's been disallowed. Time will elapsed. So score stays the same.
Well, that's 1-1 in that department because it happened earlier to the Eagles. Right on the buzzer. So good defense from the Eagles, holding the Lions out, not giving them the opportunity for Zonke to take those 2 points. KB in corner, Retief overshoots. And Dumont for the Lions.
Yeah, took out 2 Eagles players. Another timeout has been called by the DieselElectricServices Eagles.
Yeah, Kevin, they need to do something. They need to change very quickly. They've just lost 4 points.
Yeah, well, they're not listening to the coach, so let's listen to what the coach is saying.
They need to do that. Let's see if we can hear what he is saying.
Guys, Daniel, I said to the blue paint, that is why they are pressing. No, listen to me. To the blue paint. Because that's what they're pressing, because they're coming this side. They also, once you go to the blue paint, it's open. You come up, you get the ball at the center. The way you did, then cut ownership of it. Just to wait. He was not there, that's why I was waiting. Okay. Must come, guys. Focus. Eagles.
And there is the last time that the Eagles won this trophy, and it was in 2011. They need to try and make sure that they can change it, because remember, the opposition today, the Lions, have won it for the last 3 years. They'll be looking to make it 4 in a row. KB in corner, playing his part. Good defense though from the Lions. Retief doing very well, flicking it through. Nyoke needs to make sure of these 2 points, and he does exactly that.
Excellent
On the
interplay.
buzzer, that would have been a split second away from using the clock up to its fullest. Shane Williams to Molete. Molete seeing Tandile Sonke. Sonke to the man in the key, Cecil Dumont.
Always going to be a foul. Let the man do it. Tumble picking up the foul. Substitute happening for the Lions. Mazatsana going off. Daniel Mpaki coming on.
Three shots to come from Cecil Dumont.
Yeah, it's because the Eagles are on collective fouls now for this quarter.
Wow, that's going to be a problem, given they got to watch that. They got 5 minutes left. So every foul that they commit, and here comes Kanyapu. He's on for the Eagles.
Yeah, Daniel Nyoke's gone off. Now we've seen Cecil Dumont sink plenty of these.
We have, he's very focused. Takes his time, thinks about the shot. Short on the second occasion. Picked up by KB in corner. Here come the Eagles. KB in corner.
Easy steal there for Shane Williams. Rocketing Moretti for the Lions.
Molete pushing it across to the right-hand side of the court. And the Eagles have to be very careful here that they don't start creating unnecessary fouls.
It's coming off an Eagles' hand, so the Lions will still have possession. Got 7 seconds to do something.
The Lions won't take this line down.
Cecil Dumont trying to get into Tandile Sonke, but he was moving in at speed. Just put it over.
KB in corner. He's being watched by Tandile Sonke. Needs to get the ball over the line. Good pass to Ganyapu. The Zimbabwean playing at number 5 for the Eagles. Terrific character. Makhotse, that's how you play basketball.
Yeah, Ganyapu just played for the time until Makhotse found his gap.
So important to make use of the clock. Make sure the right man's in the right place. And Marcus Retief, silly foul. He knows it. Shots to come from Molete. And there's KB in corner just going through the motion with Marcus Retief. They can ill afford to give away those fouls. breathe a little sigh of relief. Moletti missed the first. Lines up for the second. Very, very short from Moletti. But they've given it to DieselElectricServices. He's going to pivot, push it back to the top of the key. To Mont, to Shane Williams.
Konyapu is going to pick up that foul. That basket is going to be good. And he'll have one free shot for Shane Williams. So a bit of a silly foul from Pretty Konyapu.
Yeah, two very, very silly fouls. And that's what pressure does. And the Lions, they are past masters at applying that pressure. They're not champions for the 3 last years for nothing. He did well. The T4 floats it, and it's over the line now for the Eagles. Gadian corner. Ganyapu. Ganyapu did well. Unfortunately, those shot wouldn't drop. But if you wanted a man to be there to pick up that rebound, this is he. Mahoti.
Still possession to the Eagles, coming off Moletti's hands.
Hugely physical, this final. Retief, very short. Maybe the wrong option, but he didn't have too much time in his hands. Here's Shane Williams. Williams looking for support in the center, finds Moletti. Moletti to DieselElectricServices, back to Williams.
Konyapu tidying up for the Eagles, sending Mahoti off.
Mahoti to in corner. Davey in corner.
Big miss there from Freddie Konyapu.
Yeah, Freddie Konyapu generally is one of those first 5 players. He battles sometimes to get into the rhythm of the game when he's brought on as a substitute, particularly with this kind of pressure.
Yeah, we've seen that in this series. Likes to be in the first 5.
Another basket missed, and the Eagles can just count their lucky stars that the Lions haven't brought their shooting to town on the normal standard that we've seen from them. But a lot of that is also attributable to the pressure that's been put on the Eagles in terms of defense.
Yeah, 3-second violation there from Konyapu. Tumble, just taking a tumble. Rakisen Moletti just giving the opposition a bit of a hand up. Substitute happening for the Eagles. Konyapu coming off and Paul Mohorno coming on. Paul Mohorno, he's been the most valuable player in one of the matches this series.
Shane Williams.
3 seconds. Cecil Dumont had been building a house there, I think.
Yeah, he had all the time in the world at Cecil Dumont. And this is the time that maybe the Eagles need to start thinking about trying to use up some of that clock and certainly not giving any more fouls away. And of course the Lions will be doing the opposite, trying to draw those fouls and marking the Eagles as tight as they can. Retief, Mahoti with a long shot.
Mohorno had taken a tumble, so the Eagles were only 4 on 5. Shane Williams for the Kirloskar Lions, marked by Kevin Kora. This is Rakisen Moletti.
And Moletti trying to just offload it to DieselElectricServices. Have to start that move all over again. And this is DieselElectricServices for the shot. Bingo, take that, sports lovers, 2 points.
Yeah, he loves that left side, still wringing his hand, so he's obviously picked up a bit of an injury on there, but soldiering on.
The Lions have cut this lead now, which was 11, it's down to 7. Konyapu is just not in the zone at the moment.
Now that was Paul Mohorno.
I beg your pardon, very similar.
Konyapu's gone off the court now.
The hairstyles that Looks so similar from the back. You're quite right, it is Mahono who's on for a while. Probably see out this quarter, but the coach of the Eagles will be in a little bit of a flat spin because the Lions are coming right back.
Tambo committing a foul, so because of the collective foul situation for the Eagles, 2 free shots. Shane Williams missing the first.
And Williams generally capitalizes. Short on that occasion. Good rebound taken by Mkhotsi. Mahono. KB in corner. Corner just desperate to get it over the line. Giving away the possession. Good defense from the Lions on the Eagles. And here is 2 points, easy as you like. Well, it would have been under normal circumstances. Yeah. Could have been. Might have been, but wasn't. KB in corner all the time in the world. He was never going to miss that. And that is a huge foul that's been released. And that all started with a bit of a blunder. And that blunder came from the Lions, the linchpin in the team of the Lions. And that was Cecil Dumont missing out. KB in corner, very quick to snap it up, shoot himself down and take the easiest of layups.
KB in corner just committing that foul on Rakazeng Moletti. He'll have 2 free shots because of the collective foul situation. And Daniel Nuki is back on the court for the Eagles.
Moletti takes the first. Looks to take the second to narrow that gap and does exactly that. That is why the free shots are so important. You need to take them every time. KB in corner, he has an overlap. Straight back, KB in corner. Having committed the foul, given away 2 points. He's redeemed himself.
Yeah, he certainly has.
Shane Williams, seconds counting, and have to see a long shot. Seen a long shot. It didn't drop, and a little bit of confusion here.
That's the end of the quarter.
It is in fact the end of the quarter, and it was action-packed. Totally action-packed quarter, and it's the Eagles who somehow have managed to hold the Lions up. The Lions have thrown everything at the Eagles thus far. They started coming back, and the net effect is that they've taken 2 points out of that margin, and there is confirmation of the halftime score. It's 29-20 in favor of the DieselElectricServices Eagles over the Lions. Here are the halftime stats from Kevin Smith.
So the Eagles won't be happy with their 39% average on the 2-pointers, and the Lions even less so with a 25%. Not great at all from both sides. These are high, good sides. And the fouls 12 on the Eagles, that's a problem. And the game leaders for the Eagles, Jack Mkhotsi, he's scoring all the points at the moment, and assisted by those Daniel Nuki mainly, and Rakazeng Moletti, he's doing all the scoring for the Lions.
Just taking you back to some of the highlights of a very explosive quarter. Some great baskets dropping. An excellent montage of some serious action. And we're going to be crossing down to Andy Capistagno shortly on the floor. He's got a very special guest with him, and we'll allow him to do the introduction. It's a very tough game here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre in the final for 2019, and it is the Eagles over the Lions 29-20. Who would have thought? It's a big second half to come. Let's go down to Andy Capistone on the floor, and as I've already said, he has a very special guest with him.
Hello and welcome back to Vodacom Mandeville. It's half time in the big game. It's bedlam down here. I've got a special guest with me who's Will Waller, the CEO of the National Wheelchair Basketball Association of the US of A. Welcome to South Africa. How are you enjoying yourself, Will?
Thanks so much, first of all, for having me here. Having a great time. There's been a variety of coaching clinics, children's clinics, and then an opportunity to see in a tremendous final. So having a chance to be here and partner with Wheelchair Basketball South Africa has been fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen you down here on courtside snapping away with the cell phone. It's a bit different down here from in the air-conditioned splendor up top.
Exactly. I don't think I'm going back up either because the crowd here, although the numbers may not be in the thousands, it feels like it actually is. Great support for the teams out here, and they're putting on a good show for the fans as well.
And I'm sure South African viewers would love to know, is there a chance of South Africa benefiting from this trip?
Absolutely. So one of the main reasons for coming here is to try to plan an opportunity for the South African team to go over to the States for training and competition. So hopefully we'll have some announcements here in the coming months, but we have had a variety of active meetings, including with one of the sponsors, Sasol, about that opportunity.
Yeah, Sasol, that's a great sponsor to have on board because, of course, Sasol has an American footprint as well as a South African one.
Exactly right. So they've got operations in Houston, Texas, and Lake Charles, Louisiana, and there's a great opportunity to bring the South Africans out over there and have some of our athletes competing against theirs, and maybe even throw in a couple of other nations.
Now, give us a bit of your backstory. When did you get involved?
So I started competing in 1994 after being shot as a youth, and ended up having wheelchair basketball be the thing that pulled me out of a bit of a mental funk. And as a player, competed for about 25 years on multiple levels, including Paralympic level, World Championship level. But now I'm in the mode of wanting to give back fully. So I've benefited greatly from the sport, and what we like to see athletes do wherever in the world they happen to be is find a way to get back involved and make sure that you can leave the sport better than you found it. So that's what I'm doing here.
Well, that's a great statement to make from Will Waller. And of course, the amazing thing about sport for the disabled is those backstories. Everybody's got a story.
That's exactly right. So it doesn't matter which athlete you pick. If you got into a conversation about them, they've struggled, they've had to overcome adversity, and the true thing is, the support that people give to adaptive sports is allowing those people to identify their potential and achieve it.
Well, Will, I've heard the hooter go in the background. I'd love to chat to you for the rest of the day, but it's time to get your cell phone out again. We're going to go for a quick break. When we come back, it'll be the second half.
half-time for both sides, but it is the Eagles who lead by 9, 29-20 over the Lions, and both teams settling themselves now for a very strong third quarter. Kevin, the Eagles have played some great defensive basketball, and the Lions just not being able to settle into their normal pattern of play.
Yes, certainly. I mean, the Lions haven't put down the number of shots that we would expect them to as we see the third quarter get underway. The Lions in possession is Shane Williams to Tandeli Zonke.
If you've just joined us, it's the Lions in the blue and white, and they are playing left to right on your screen, and of course the Eagles in the white playing right to left. Tandeli Zonke, first attempt, and Jack Makhotsi, one of the star players in that first half, to Daniel Nyoke. The tall man has done some really good work for the Eagles. Here's Nyoke back to the top. KB in corner. Corner looking for the shot. Rebound picked up by Shane Williams.
Yeah, Tambo picking up that foul for the Eagles. And that's him off for 5 fouls. Tambo.
Well, that's certainly not a good sign for the Eagles. Just over the halfway mark, and first player has gone off with those 5 fouls.
Christian Broncos has come on in his stead.
Broncos, no slouch, but this is a problem for the Eagles, and the Lions would have worked for that. They'll be quite happy, because 9 points with a full half to go. Make that 7 points with a full half to go is very achievable.
Yeah, Marcus Retief just querying that, and I was also wondering how long Cecil Dumont is going to be sitting in that key.
Maybe in corner, setting himself, choosing to get it through to Makhotsi. Retief. Jack KB in corner to Daniel Nyoke. Nyoke has to put the shot up. Shane Williams just managing to get it off to Tandeli Zonke. Great ball control from the number 7.
The Eagles must just be careful here, because they're picking up silly fouls. Daniel Nyoke just picking up that one.
And the problem with trying to mark somebody like Tandeli Zonke, Kevin, he's got such quick hands.
And a wealth of experience.
He'll take those fouls virtually at random, and look at that, Samange Mbele.
Well, that took him off earlier because he was having a bit of a flap, but seems he settled down.
One of the star players throughout the season for the Lions, and the Lions have tightened up that defense. Lack of concentration, and the Lions have certainly done the business. Look at this, Cecil Dumont. Well, Cecil Dumont not able to take the easiest of layups. Shane Williams starting the move all over again. Tandeli Zonke, left-hand side of the court.
Yeah, 24 seconds elapsed, so the Kirloskar Lions.
Yeah, Tandeli Zonke just needs to be a little careful. He's made a wealth of difference, but he's starting to get wound up, and that's the last thing that the Lions would want. They're back within 5. A timeout has been called by the Eagles, and necessarily so.
Push the side. Remove the ball, push the side. There's lots of bounces. Let's focus to the game. Let's wake up.
Come on.
Don't have to always, guys. Let's push.
Eagles. 1, 2, 3.
Eagles! Let's go, guys. Let's go. Kishan, let's make it.
Maneli Kledi, the coach of the DieselElectricServices Eagles. I think doing the right thing wasn't a good start for this quarter for the Eagles.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't. A couple of quick baskets from the Lions, and then of course to crown it all, losing a player with 5 fouls. They didn't need that. They just need to get back into the groove. came out with such confidence, and it was spearheaded by this man, number 10, the playmaker, KB in corner, might just settle the Eagles down. %110% effort always from Shane Williams, but Mahotsi turning very quickly to create a strong defense. And Daniel Ruge, just huge sigh of relief that didn't bobble in off the glass, because it does give the Eagles a chance now. Here's Jack Mahotsi. Marcus Retief. Not sure that pass was meant for Daniel Ruge.
It was just, it didn't hang on to it, but the foul committed. That's by Lila Tetsi. Probably the shortest man in the whole series, trying to take on one of the tallest.
Nuki with a opportunity on the right hand side to try and set up some play now. Jack Mahotsi.
Yeah, just pushes, basic error by Jack Mahotsi. Just trying to do too much. So you allowed 2 pushes, then you've got to bounce the ball, pass it, do something with it. As soon as you have a third or a pivot, that's it. It's like traveling everybody basketball.
So Daniel Ruge giving some very good defense, and this will be a basket and a free shot to come. Oh dear, oh dear. When will the Eagles learn?
Yeah, Samanga Bele do that well.
And a player like Samanga Bele, the chances are very strong that he will capitalize on the free shot. Commentator's curse. Sorry, Mr. Mbele, it wasn't personal. Mahotsi giving the ball away, managing to get it back. What a comedy of errors. And Marcus Retief to the tall man, Nyoke. Daniel Nyoke shooting very short.
Yeah, and he's angry with himself. And Tony Lizonke is also having words with his gremlins. But still, the DieselElectricServices Eagles to putting the ball from the side.
So Marcus Retief, the passing has just gone a little awry at the moment.
That's got very scrappy.
Maybe in corner. Tandile Zonke, he'll just bring that ball down at pace. And again, one just wonders how the Lions are missing some of the shots that they are. KB in corner did very well there. Huge pressure from the Lions in terms of defense on the Eagles. Long shot coming. And
that's 24 seconds elapsed because that shot didn't hit the ring. So as soon as it doesn't hit the ring, the clock doesn't reset.
So the only consolation there for the Eagles was that they took 24 seconds out of game time. Tandile Zonke. And Mbele just seeing the gap. Could have put a battleship through there.
Yeah, I don't know what the Eagles were thinking, leaving such a big open gap there for especially somebody like Samanga Mbele.
So the playmaker, KB in corner, needs to start taking a little bit of control in this game, because that wasn't a great pass either. Nuke. Wow.
Jack Mahotsi back on song.
Cometh the moment, cometh the man. Mahotsi with a great shot. Keep that 5-point lead intact.
Timeout has been called by the DieselElectricServices Eagles.
not shooting. You have to talk on defense. That's important. Finishing up your shots. They're leaving him. T, great work. Gives him, smash the ball every time when he's on Marcus. Marcus will foul him. Guys, drive in on them. They will foul you. Come on. Come on. Lions.
So Coach Lydia Demond, the Andy has already noticed that the fouls are being drawn on the Eagles, and just getting the players to get out there and draw those fouls, because they will foul you. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
Well, she'll be the happier of the two coaches at the moment. They've taken a big chunk out of the lead. Williams to Samanga Mbele. Mbele's not afraid to shoot from here.
A screen set by Cecil Dumont. He decided to drive in anyway. 2 shots to get the 2 points.
Mbele did really well to take his own rebound. Good support there for the Kirloskar Lions from their sponsors, and great to see them all out here.
Always going to be a foul by Cecil Dumont. Turning across, just putting Caden Corner out of his chair.
Corner's taken a few tumbles in this game. He'll have a few bruises to contemplate.
That's Cecil Dumont picking up another foul.
2 very quick fouls in succession for Dumont. He needs to be very careful now, because he is a key player for the combinations, and he's on 4 fouls. Good pass to Makotsi. Makotsi with a long shot. Shane Williams. Williams is going to give Mbele a free run to the basket, and he's there to take a rebound. Wow. And that just could be Cecil Dumont in trouble.
Yeah, it is. 5th foul for Cecil Dumont. He's off.
One must feel for Dumont. He's given 150%. He always does. But he's gone for 5. And he's querying it.
Yeah, he's querying because he was in front, but he wasn't static. If he was stationary, it would have been the other player's foul, but he was moving.
Not a happy chappy. And such a key player off the ball is Dumont. Nyuke, KB in corner, Makotsi. Too much messing around, too much.
3-second violation on Daniel Nyuke. Makotsi should have taken the shot. So full court press being taken by the Eagles on the Lions.
Well, you're going to need a strong full court press to hold this little man out, number 7. And look what happens. Samanga Mbele a bit too casual, maybe the wrong option there, but here's Makotsi to KB in corner. KB in corner. Retief. One of those has to drop.
Yeah. Always those flat ones from Marcus Retief. Just helping one of the opposition up.
You never know with Retief. Happy, sad, same face.
And a timeout has been called by the Kirloskar Lions.
They probably needed this. They're going to have to consolidate. The absence of Cecil Dumont is a big, big disadvantage.
All of you are superstars. We got this. It's not over. You will fight till you bleed. It's not over. Come on.
Let's leave on before. Let's get it right. 1, 2, 3. Eagles! Jalu.
Well, the timeout is over. The Eagles still holding out by 5 points. The Lions have made a magnificent fight back in this third quarter. The second quarter was actually even Stevens. DieselElectricServices taking a rebound. What an excellent effort from the little number 6. 4 shots gone a begging for the Lions. Baby in corner, he's being watched by Shane Williams. Jack Machotsi for the Eagles. Could be 2 of the most valuable points that he'll ever take in a basketball match. It's given them a little bit of breathing space, and there's just under 2 minutes left in this third quarter of the 2019 Supersport wheelchair basketball final. Marcus Retief doing his best that he can.
3-second violation for DieselElectricServices. We've got 2 of them on the court at the moment, both the shortest players.
I'll leave that to you, Kevin. Here comes the Eagles. Number 10, KB in corner. Retief, will he try another one of those flat shots? He's got time. Jack Machotsi with a long shot. Not too far away from Machotsi. Eagles must be careful that they don't start the slapping. Incur more fouls. DieselElectricServices. This is excellent play. Deserved to be 2 points.
Yeah, they leave these Electric's alone, so they know they're not the strong shooters.
Daniel Nyoke needs to make good. Makes very good. So the focus on Daniel Nyoke's face. Eyes closed, talking to himself, talking to whoever, but just staying in the zone. And now the Eagles will employ a very strong defense. There's no doubt about that. But opportunity for DieselElectricServices, and I think the foul might just be called on Marcus Retief.
I think it will, but both teams are on collective fouls for this quarter, so it's going to be shots either way.
DieselElectricServices, he's got an opportunity to try and just haul those 2 points back. Wow, how flat was that?
Yeah, it certainly was. That foul was called on Marcus Retief, and he's sitting on 4 fouls now for the DieselElectricServices Eagles.
DieselElectricServices threw the last one at the basket, and the second one. All the skills to be able to take those 2 free shots.
Yeah, substitute happening for the Lions. Rakateng Muleti coming on, Samanga Bailey coming off.
Given those 2 free shots from Zonke were absolute class. At this point in the game, huge pressure, and he just threw them straight at the net and they went straight down. And it takes big courage to be able to do that. Look at the defense. Eagles will need to get this ball over the line.
Intercepted by Muleti. Put 2 casual there were the Eagles.
Like a foul called on Jack Machotsi.
Yeah, it is on Jack Machotsi. That will be 2 free shots for Daniel Mpaki because of the collective foul situation.
So an opportunity now. Daniel Mpaki making a name for himself on the free shots. Takes the first.
Shane Williams removing some wheelchair bits.
Is this some more bad news for the Eagles?
Yeah, Marcus Retief is off.
Kevin, Retief off the court is as big a blow as Cecil Dumont was to the Lions.
Yeah, it certainly was. You know, you can't afford to lose your low pointers. It's like a timeout has been called by the DieselElectricServices Eagles.
The Lions smell blood, there's no doubt. 3 players off with 5 fouls. This is a crucial timeout. Let's hear what he's got to say.
And move. Because it's 4 points. It's 4 points. That's 8. That's 11. That's 11 with Jimmy. That's 13 and a half. It's 4. He's still on. We're going to play 4 points now. 4 players. Hey, that is what I'm saying. Daniel and you. I'm on court. Let's go. Play 5-4 now. Fred. Eagles! Start to me.
So timeout's over, 10 seconds to go in the third quarter, 2 shots to come. And the first wasn't a great shot.
Shane Williams there just encouraging all the Lions players just to calm down and just let's get this done.
Very short on the first attempt, but Moletti fixes it. And it's back to 5 points. The Eagles will now know that they're in a game. Seconds and counting. Looks like an opportunity for a set long shot is coming. Luke's going to have to do something very quickly. Too late, she cried. Just a strong defense from the Lions, holding out no opportunity for the Eagles to make any change in a breathtaking third quarter. All action. We've seen 3 players go off with 5 fouls, and 2 of them certainly very key players.
Yeah, timeout has been called by the Eagles again, because I think Nelly Cledy is getting a bit angry.
And there's confirmation at the end of the third. It sees the Eagles leading by 5, 39-34. And some of the highlights, and there's Cecil Dumont. He's no longer on the court. They would wish that he was. And KB in corner, showing how the business is done under the basket. Simange Mbele having his normal steady game. And there he is again, Simange Mbele on the money. Jack Makhotsi for the Eagles. KB in corner with a great pass to Marcus Retief, and Retief is off the court with those 5 fouls. Jack Makhotsi making it count again. Anybody's game. And here are the stats of that third.
The Eagles have lifted their average on the 2-pointers to 40%. Lions still very way down on 27%. With the fouling high on both sides, and the turnovers pretty even.
Yeah, big problem. The Eagles with those 19 fouls.
Makhotsi scoring all the points for the Eagles, and Mbele for the Lions. But just a lot of hard work being put in by both sides off the ball.
So certainly anybody's game. Just 1 quarter to go to determine who will be the champions for 2019. Very difficult to call. Still a slight advantage in terms of the scoreline for the men in white, and of course they are the DieselElectricServices Eagles.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the enough for just missing, but they've been corner tying up, but the foul called. But the Lions outscored the Eagles by 14 points to 10 in that third quarter.
So it's been tight all the way. It was a very tight first quarter in favour of the Eagles. The second quarter was stalemate. The third quarter taken by the Lions, who will take the fourth. And Ganyafu, he's not got the confidence, Kevin, at the moment that we've seen him play with in 2019.
Yeah, Daniel Nuku just telling him just to put it up, get it high.
Well, that one just found its way. But at this stage, they'll take those points however they come.
Yeah, they certainly will.
DieselElectricServices. And it's a man down. Mbele is man down at the moment. There's no danger, so play will go on. There should be an automatic overlap. What a waste from the Eagles, and they'll know it.
Yeah, Daniel Nuki saying, why do you pass it to me? You should have passed it to Ganyapu.
That was Jimmy Mamfengu trying that pass. Sigh of relief for the Lions. Molete setting himself. Considered the shot from the top of the key, but chose the other option.
Ganyapu just picking up that foul, getting a bit messy. Oh no, Tandeli Zonke.
Eagles have given away some really silly fouls at this level of the game. Tandeli Zonke, this is Simange Mbele. Ganyapu doing some good work. Well,
yeah, Mampengu taking that ball away and sending KB and corner off.
KB in corner, one of the finance exponents. Look what that means to the Eagles.
And their supporters.
Under big pressure there was KB in corner, no mistake on the layup.
Tandeli Zonke.
Simange Mbele seeing Molete, man available on the right hand side.
Got to put the shot up, seconds are ticking away.
And the shot wasn't far away. Daniel Nuki taking the high ball, staying calm. There's KB in corner.
Always going to be a foul. There's by Lelatetsi.
KB in corner read that, Kevin. He orchestrated that foul.
Yeah, he certainly did. He saw the guy going for him. The timeout has been called by the Kirloskar Lions.
One would suggest it's a very important timeout. The Eagles' wings are starting to fly.
Stop the chain. Come.
One, two, three.
Lions, you fight now. Come on. Nadile. See.
The timeout's over, but it's still anybody's game. Who wants it the more? Just a reminder, 3 players off for 5 fouls. That was seen as a cynical foul. KB in corner needs to take at least one of these. Misses out in the first. Ganyafu just saying, don't worry mate, take the second.
That's good. unsportsmanlike foul. We get the Eagles get possession from the side.
And that was the perfect correction. Coming off the first shot that didn't sink and able to correct in the second. This is still KB in corner in possession. But Molete with an excellent steal. Ganyapu's trying to take him out. Got to watch out for that foul.
Yeah, it's going to be a foul and 2 free shots. You've got to be in front of the man before you can cut across. Rakateng Molete should have 2 free shots.
Well, the Eagles seem to be quite happy that Ganyapu created that foul, and maybe in the context of the game, it was a smart foul. We'll know the outcome very shortly. So far, so good for the Eagles. They will claim it was a very smart foul, should Molete miss the second of the 2. And Ganyapu just steals it off the wooden floor. Daniel Nyoke. Crazy pass to Ganyapu.
Yeah, it was okay, but just a bit too high for Ganyapu, but I think he would have been under a lot of pressure though.
Still anybody's game. 7.5 minutes and counting. Who will be crowned champions? And that's why you shouldn't just leave the little guys alone.
Yeah, Delatetsi, that little one's brother.
That is exactly why you shouldn't just leave the little guys alone, because they are in the big time as well. Nyoke sees an opportunity, should be 2 points. Take that from
Mfengu.
Basket for basket. Samange Mbele had an opportunity. Long shot going to come out now from top of the key. Changes his mind.
Daniel Nyoke, he knew it straight away. The only thing the Eagles must be very careful of is getting a collective fouls in this situation or in this quarter, and then it's going to be a problem.
That could spell big trouble, and given some of the fouls they're giving away, they'll watch this replay of this game and just wonder what it could have been. It has been a very, very physical encounter. Nyoke has redeemed himself, took a rebound. But look at this defense from the Lions.
Yeah, and stolen from KB in corner by Samanga Mbele. And finishes off with the basket.
So Mbele doing all the hard work, and yet again, Mbele fantastic on the defense, keeping the possession for the Lions. And this time Daniel Nyoke says, it's mine. Maybe in corner.
Still got to get it over the halfway line. Yep, that's 8 seconds elapsed. That took too long.
8 seconds flies by very, very quickly. And it all started off with Nyoke on the high ball. He held on maybe just a second or two too long. He had no one, to be fair, to pass to. Here come the Lions. Samanga Mbele doing so well.
KB in corner just saying, why wasn't Mbele called for 3 seconds?
Here's KB in corner.
Yeah, there we go, another foul by the Lions. He put him from the side though.
High fouling. Game no quarters given by either side here as the Lions try and hold on to the trophy that they've won for 3 years, and the Eagles try and wrestle it from their grasp. Shot going up, looks short.
Jack McCarthy, who's been sub for Freddie Ganyapu, put the shot up. He was fouled in the process, so he'll have 2 free shots. Mazantano, guilty party.
Mokotsi will realise just the importance of these shots, and it looked good, fell short. The Lions breathe a little sigh of relief. Mokotsi not able to take the second either. That's the pressure of the game.
Wow. Take Maleti, and he's enjoying that. And suddenly the Lions are right there.
The Lions have come right back into this game. They trailed by 11 points at one stage. Jack Mokotsi to Daniel Nyoke. Daniel Nyoke, no choice but to shoot, and he's given the possession back to the Lions. He has an opportunity. The Lions are going to have to be very careful to get that ball over the line. They've done that.
Mokotsi was unable to control it.
Oh dear. Mokotsi with another foul. And this is probably the last man that you would want taking free shots at this stage. He's generally deadly accurate.
Fabian Corner picked up that foul, and that's his 4th foul. So another problem for the DieselElectricServices Eagles.
Second attempt just...
Yeah, wouldn't have been allowed anyway, crossed the line.
So Eagles holding on to the slenderest of leads. Coach Dumont for the Lions looking very, very concerned.
Fabian Corner just going around his player on the outside, not allowed to do that. So possession back to the Lions.
Well, here's the opportunity for the Eagles to show that defence that we've become accustomed to over the years. And they'll come out. They've taken one player out, Fabian Corner. Samange Mbele. And a very good opportunity now for Fabian Corner. But a pride of Lions on him like a flash. It's breathtaking. It's being played at absolute pace. And here come the Lions. Fabian Corner doing his very best to hold out the Lions players. Daniel Nyoke taking the high ball off the glass. No change to the score. Jimmy Mamfengu trying to draw a foul. Jack Mokotsi needs to slow things down, looks for the long 2-pointer. And very unfortunately for Fabian Corner.
Yeah, unlike him at all, he's normally got very good hands, and he's apologising profusely. Just the pressure getting to him, I think.
It's 3.5 minutes. Some breathtaking basketball we've seen here in the 2019 final at the Vodacom Animal Indoor Centre. Wonderful entertainment, great crowd.
Well, Maleti just allowed to cruise into the key. So 1-point difference now.
This is where the Eagles now need to show the concentration.
What Fabian Corner was trying to do now, but he's just given it to the Lions for the possession.
New leaders. The Kirloskar Lions have taken the lead for the first time in this game. We have a fight on our hands. Jimmy Manfengu. And no foul called.
Yeah, it is a foul beyond Kotsi. Wasn't controlling his chair.
You're quite right, it was a foul on the Eagles player. It looked that it was an opportunity, but it's not, and there is big trouble now for the Eagles.
Yeah, timeout has been called by the Eagles.
They need this timeout, Kevin. They've got to consolidate. They've got to show true grit. Let's try and listen to what coach has got to say.
We have 5. We press the cock out of them now. We win the ball 8 seconds. We do it again. We win the ball 8 seconds. We do it every time. You press now. Even if you double team KB. Come on. Guys, they don't move now.
Yeah, Coach Lydia Lemond just saying that they've really messed up the Eagles because of their full court press, and that's what they're going to continue with.
So the Lions have the privilege now of having a very slender lead, but they've also got an option to start winding the clock down. The Eagles are just going to have to be so careful on the fouls. And of course they've got the job now to try and get that lead back, the lead that they held. And they're not going to do it that way, Kevin. Panic passing.
Yeah, trying to get it to the gas man, KB in corner.
Wow.
Yeah, there'll be a foul on Samanga Mbele, acknowledging it straight away.
He's not got too much to worry about. It's only his second foul, Samanga Mbele.
Yeah, but it's 5 fouls, no, I beg your pardon, not 5 fouls, collective fouls on each side this quarter, so it's going to be shots.
Wow. The Eagles will have to make absolutely sure that they sink at least one of these. What an outstanding final. And Mafotsi just almost a limp wrist on that first attempt. He won't be happy with that. The second one, not finding its target either. Here come the Lions. Manfengu onto Molete. A very strong defense from the Eagles.
A lot of pressure on, but what a great basket from Samanga Mbele. But
it's straight reply from KB in corner. While we saw the celebrations, KB in corner just scooted down the side of the court and was able to get an immediate reply.
Manfengu picking up that foul for the Eagles. 2 shots. Lelateti to take them.
Under the circumstances, maybe a smart foul. I've said that before. So Lelateti just getting a little bit of a run up to make sure that he can reach the basket. And as we said earlier, who's the more hungry? That rebound, Daniel Nugget not able to take it.
Yeah, Manfengu doing it again. On this Lelateti. Probably a clever foul, actually.
How many more clever fouls?
Yeah.
Here we see, so Lelatetsi taking a bit of a run up. One of these has to drop, surely. They're not far away. Yep, it's the one that drops. It's game on. Too early to say, but could we be drifting to extra time?
Yeah, it could be, but stolen by the Lions. They should just use up their time now.
The Lions are moving the ball really well. And is that the coup de grace? Is that the game changer?
Yeah, Samangambeli caught for that one. Going to be 2 free shots.
Is that an unsportsmanlike foul?
Hasn't been called as such, so it'll just be 2 free shots.
Yeah, it's a standard foul. Coach looking up. These 2 points simply have to drop. Very unlucky.
Yeah, he's robbed of that one.
So the second one not making any difference either.
Yeah, possession to the side, on the side for the Lions.
The Lions have fought this good fight. They've come back. And they've shown their pedigree, the Lions. Surely it's too little too late from the Eagles as the Lions will just gobble up the clock. And how about that? Then Latete. How fitting is that?
Yeah.
You don't want to mark us little guys? Well, we'll show you what we can do.
Exactly that.
KB in corner.
They're still within reach, but the Lions just need to use up their time if they've got a brain.
Shane Williams. And the little guy again, Lelatetsi, pushes it back this time. He's played a vital part. Well,
there we go again.
If there was a man of the match, I think I know who I'd choose.
Got to put up a long shot.
Daniel Yuki. It's a bridge too far now for the Eagles. 6 seconds. The Lions just hold on to the ball.
Bailey will just sit there and not do anything.
And there it is. 4 years on the trot for the Kirloskar Lions, once known as the Anglo-Gold Ashanti Lions. But here they are, victors again. They've come back. It looked that they'd been blown away. They trailed by 11 points at one stage, and it looked like it was going to be a bridge too far. But some smart play.
In that last quarter, the Lions outscored the Eagles by 21 points to 12. That's where all the difference came.
And when Cecil Dumont went off, it looked that it was going to be just a bridge too far. But the Lions showed their pedigree. They've come back. They've shown why they are champions. Spare a thought for the Eagles. The Eagles played their hearts out. Eagles also lost 2 players. And how about this? Thank you, coach. And what a job she's done. Lydia Dumont, coach of the Lions, and of course the national coach. The national team, the Sasol side, their hopes resting on her. There is confirmation of the most enthralling final. The DieselElectricServices Eagles losing out to the Kirloskar Lions 55-51. And Kevin Smith will take you through the tale of the tape.
So the the end of this match. An enthralling encounter between the Lions and the Eagles. 2 point is 41% for the Eagles, 32% for the Lions. Very low average for them, but the fouling situation and the turnovers are for both sides really an issue. Xavier Corner, the main scorer for the Eagles, and Samanga Mbele, no doubt there that he was the highest scorer for the Lions and really doing a lot of work off the ball for his team.
Well, let's go down to Andy Capistanio on court side.
Well, first of all, let's say that the final was everything that we could have hoped for. What a great game of wheelchair basketball, and the match was absolutely in the balance with just 3 minutes to go. Alongside me, the victorious coach, Lydia Dumont. Lydia, you must be over the moon.
Yeah, I'm very happy. The boys did well. I think Anele made a mistake only playing with 4 players. They're a very good team. Eagles, thank you so much for making this a great final. Kirloskar for coming on board.
While you catch your breath, are you aware that the Lions only went ahead for the first time in the game with 3 minutes left on the clock?
No, I knew we were behind, and our defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds was not as good as the Eagles. But when they put their hearts to it, I knew they would pull it through.
Now, you were down at half time. Was anything said during that long break?
Yeah, I told them, you know what, if we can equal it now in the 3rd quarter, then we've got the 4th quarter to play with. But Eagles really wanted to show that they're part of this today.
And of course, this is 4 in a row. What does it mean?
I told them I only want 4 in a row, but I think I'll go to 10 now.
Well done. Go and celebrate with your players.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that's Lydia Dumont, the coach of the Lions. She's going to give a big hug to her opposite number, who's actually her assistant with the national side, and that's Anneli Cleddy. And Anneli's coming to join me now. Anneli, you must have thought you had that one wrapped up.
It's one of those games. The champion. It was the love of the game. The boys have fought. And it was worse when we became 4 playing against 5, of which they were always capitalizing on one player who was always free. That's where the kill came from. But I give credit to the boys. They fight very well. They fought. I mean, it's been a long time, even the team getting to the finals, but we managed to get to the finals with the spirit that they have up until the last whistle. That's the game.
You must have felt that you had it wrapped up pretty close to full time.
The fouls killed us. Our fouling from our side, especially from the low pointers on the side, it killed us because we were a lot of those combinations. Official was consistently doing good, but the fouls that were called, I mean, it's a game. The fouls, they come on. That's what it is, a game. And to them, and also I will say thank you to the sponsor, DieselElectricServices. They believed in us. They supported us. Here we are now in the final. They were still with us, happy celebrating with us, although we win. But to us, to the sponsor, it also shows victory. Thank you very much.
Well done. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Peter.
Okay, that's Anneli Cleddy, the coach of the losing side, the Eagles, who led that game for so long. Now we're going to have a word with Charles Saunders. Charles, you're having as much fun as the rest of the crowd?
Oh man, wow! What a finals! The last time we saw finals like this was in around 2014. Okay, this was absolutely excellent. Team Lions, 2016, 2017, 2018, and the undisputed champions, 2019. Thank you, Supersport.
And you must be delighted that you've put this on with people from the USA here to watch.
Oh, absolutely, and with the US coach and with of course the US CEO who's present here as well. It's been absolutely enormous. It's been wonderful for our development programs, especially our coaching structures. And what can I say? It's been an awesome year.
And what a great crowd as well. Let's talk about them.
Well, you know what? Kirloskar, DieselElectricServices, you can give yourselves a big hand and a big round of applause because you've done a wonderful job. Thank you.
Okay, well, it's just about time now, I think, for the final presentation, so thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm going to hand over the MC proceedings now, but before we go to the final celebrations, we're just going to go for a short break.
One, two, one,